Hello, okie dokie. An envelope arrived through the letterbox a few days ago. Wasn't expecting it. Looked like a CD. Sure enough, when I opened it, it was. And it is another good un, which has reached me via Bad Dog Promotions and the band. Thank you to both for getting more good stuff to me. Now, what the band is Spriggan Mist, and their recently released album, I think it came out just a couple of weeks ago, entitled The Glare. Now, I'd not heard of Spriggan Mist prior to the CD arriving, but I'm pleased to say it's a real banger of an album. This is top stuff. Now, the Glare continues the story of Isambard the Mechanical Dragon. Yes, really, but from which I understand is the title of a previous album by the Glare. Now, I couldn't help but think of Idris from Ivor the Engine and the Soup Dragon from the Clangers. Now, if you're of a certain age, old, then you'll know what I'm talking about with Idris and the Soup Dragon and the Clangers. But anyway, it's about the music, isn't it? It's about the music, and it is glorious, sweepingly majestic convergence of many styles of music. Such a free-flowing, cohesive and engaging listen every time. It's marvellous. And a special mention to the vocals of Fair Brotherhood, powerful, edgy, rangy, mystical and even slightly spooky sometimes, but all the way through. It starts off with a brief, atmospherically symphonic intro of Gaze of the Dragon, and then that gives way to a bombastic, metallic, heavy riffing, big chords of, I'll try and pronounce this, I don't know if I'm going to get it right, Yanatoris Terrestris or something like that. Add in a strong bass line, powerful rhythmic drumming. It all bounces along with pace and power to begin with. We've got a nice midsection which throttles it back a bit into a sort of a melodic, folky midsection with a bit of flute chucked in, meandering guitars and whatnot. And then it goes back to the heavy stuff to round it out. It's like three sections, if you like. The vocals are engaging, and the chorus and the hooks, amongst everything else that's going on, are quite infectious indeed. Marvellous 7 minutes or so. Pieces of Glass goes all trippy and pagan. Steady, constant drum patterns, acoustics, more haunting vocals from Faye, understated riffing in the background, and it all builds and swells up gradually. A flute comes in, jingling, jangling guitars over the final section. It just so well written and performed and varied. Fairy Wood, spelt the traditional way, Faery, is basically traditional folk with an electric undercurrent. It conjures up images of being in a pastoral, woodland, foresty type setting. As does to some extent Crystal Cave, with more of those jingle-jangle guitar washers, slightly funky bass line, all nicely melodic and a jaunty feel to it. The Cult takes it back to the bombastic stuff, heavies things back up again nicely, big, chunky, free-flowing riffs and chords, and it's really catchy as well. And then When Stars Collide rounds out the album in quite some style, driven along by a thumping bass line, chunky, chugging riffs again, got some pace to it, and the heaviness, whilst managing to build in some tasty synth bursts and to prog it up, and even a nice saxophone in the piece in the lead out with the floaty guitars joining in as well. I mean, from start to finish for me, the Glare is a wonderful album, encompassing heavy, progressive, folksy, trippy, melodic, haunting and pagan elements that all merge together and do so expertly over the 3/4 of an hour or so running time that we've got going on here. I mean, there's plenty for everyone on this album, no matter what. I think it's just superb. CD available from the band's website or the digital thingy from their Bandcamp page. I will link to both in the description below, so you can go and see or listen for yourself. But I do recommend this most highly. And thanks once again to AC at Bad Dog Promotions and the band for getting this to me. So that's it. Spriggan Mist and the Glare. Proper good stuff. Until next time, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and take care.